Every time. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I don't know about you, but this week has been a week. It is, I don't know, like energetically, it's just been one hell of a week. So we appreciate you guys popping on tonight and coming to spend time with us. And we're so excited to share with you about what it is that we do, our coaching story, where we started, but also a little bit about our team too, which I'm pretty proud of. I just love everybody that I work with and link arms with. We're just like, we're friends, and I think we're friends first. I think that's the really cool part. So maybe maybe you hear about coaching, or maybe you were invited to this call tonight, and your first instinct was a little bit fearful or a little bit apprehensive, or I can't, or all of the reasons why in your head that maybe you don't feel like you would be able to do this. But really, what I hope you see after tonight is that we're really just women who link arms with each other and work on ourselves. And we're just women on a journey who help other women with their journeys. Really, we take care of ourselves and we help other women figure out how to take care of themselves too, amidst all of the chaos, amidst all of the heaviness that's happening in our world right now. We get to link arms and partner with each other and help each other through everything. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that we do, and it's what brings me the most joy. We get to be mentors, not only to each other but also to other women, and we, by sharing our stories and sharing our truths and sharing who we are, we give permission to other women to stand in their own stories and own their own voices. And I think that is such a powerful gift that we get to do. So what I hope you see tonight is that yes, we're mentors, yes, we are coaches, but we're also on a journey with you. We help you, we're there with you every step of the way. And that's why I actually we prefer talking about us as mentors rather than coaches, because coaches kind of tell you what to do, whereas mentors are just, they're in the trenches with you, right? We link arms with you, we do it together, and we help you every step of the way. So yes, it's really a massive opportunity to build a business, but it's also such a gift to be able to, for once in your life, decide to choose yourself. Really, because that's what we do, right? We get to decide to choose ourselves every day, and we help mentor and lead other women to do the same thing. And that is something that's not to be taken lightly. That's a really impactful thing. And whether or not you envision yourself doing this part-time, doing this just to keep you accountable, or whether or not you have bigger dreams, there's a seat for you at our table, regardless of what you want out of this business. And I think that's what's really special and unique about our team, is we work with you to figure out what is it that you want out of this. And then we meet you where you're at. And sometimes, like me, those goals change as you start. They change and they morph and they build into these massive things that you would just never expect. And that's the really cool thing about what we do. So tonight, I hope you listen. And I hope you listen not only with your ears, but with your heart. And I hope at the end you can see yourself in one of our stories. And I truly believe that if you're here for a reason. And I can't wait for you to hear from everybody tonight. So Eva's gonna start us off with her story, and I'm gonna pass it over to her.
Okay, woo! Nothing like going first. Yay! But believe me, well, I think first and foremost, and leading with that, this journey has brought me a lot of confidence. Confidence that, I mean, I've always been a bubbly, positive person, but it's just amplified and snowballed from that. And yeah, so that is so now that I can come on and speak in front of people about what I've been through. So before I started my journey with coaching, mentoring, I like that. I was working full-time as an ECE in the kindergarten program. I had a 1.5-year-old, now she's 3. But I had a teenie at home, full-time job. And I was just signing up for Bar Blend. And Natasha's like, okay, you gotta come and coach with me. I've had my eye on you for a while. And I was like, what? And I was like, no. no, I can't do that. She's like, yes. She breathed some belief into me, and I was like, oh, and then she was like, you know what, just try it out. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, but like, give it a try. I was like, okay, all right, yeah, like baby steps, I can handle this. Like, okay, let's see what the first 30 days are like. And honestly, what I love getting out of home workouts, the convenience of it, I wanted to spread that word, but that it's this tiny little blip of what I actually gained. I gained a mentor, yeah, coaching community, who we have just been like insanely close over the last year. I mean, hello pandemic. And so I found everybody was connecting online, and we really bonded in just helping ourselves, but helping others as well. And I was scared starting that I would have no other time to do this. I see Natasha on there posting and being so inspirational and like doing her workouts and this and that. I said, I don't have time to do this. I work full time and I have a child. She's like, yes, I do this and I do this and I do this. And I was like, I don't understand. She's like, let me teach you, young Padawan, and slid that one in there for Rich. So basically, I was taught some tools and some tips and tricks and how to fit it into my life, but it was actually up to me to figure it out, how to fit it into my life and how much I wanted to. Everybody's coaching journey is different, and you get to decide and pick what you want to share, how you want to share it, how much you want to go into it. And honestly, the growth that I found personally, through everything that trickles down, has just kind of led to more and more, and which now I wake up and I read messages that light my heart afire from people in our community that I couldn't even fathom a year ago. No, that wasn't why I began. Starting this journey has led me to dreams that I had no idea. Natasha, if you have ever like get a whiff of her like vision casting call, yeah, follow that smell.
I think he was frozen. I'm so sad. Honey, you're frozen. You froze for like 30 seconds. So just
I did. Oh,
yeah.
I thought you did. Okay. No idea what I said, but it's, like make it up. I don't know. I was about to say like I have notes because I am that like adult ADHD person that like I will squirrel the out of everything. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get back into the case. So the team is absolutely something I didn't realize that my life wanted, needed, loved, that we all just, we complement each other and we complete each other. There's always somebody to lean on and to lift up. And not only in that, but in our own communities as well. I started off in Natasha's empowerment project, and then Kara and I started New Beginnings, and we get to pour into our own community now and see others' journeys and just a ripple effect of everything. So yeah, back to like, I'll circle around that I thought I didn't have time for this, but I found time, because you don't get more time. You just learn how to use your time wisely. Learn that from a little someone on here who is laughing right now. But yeah, tools, strategies, so much help, unbelievably help, support, all the fantastic words. And basically now I have 2 kids. So I've gone from having a 1.5-year-old to now I have 2 kids at home. I do not have a full-time job, but I have a full-time job because like now I mom 2 kids. But having everybody there throughout my pregnancy, and leading into, you know, coaching on the other side of having now 2 kids. But now I can connect and relate with so many more moms at home. It's magic. That's what I'm going to leave. I'm just going to mic drop with magic. It's just magic. Yeah.
Honestly, you're amazing, Eva. You're amazing. You are. And like the changes over the last year, even just in your confidence and like your energy and how you show up authentically as yourself, it's like I get like whole body chills. Like I just, it's just amazing to watch you grow. So Kara, it's your turn. I'm so excited.
Hey guys, so this will be a first that my internet is actually working. I'm typically not able to speak because my internet in the country is not great for Zoom chats. My story is a little different. I was a coach previously before meeting the Empowerment Project and Natasha. And when I first joined, I was joining to work out, and the coach that I was under, I just felt like a placeholder. I was just that number that she needed. I didn't have a relationship with her. I don't even know if she knew my last name. There was just no jive, no connection, and I needed and wanted that friendship and team. And I grew up playing sports and doing group events with these teams that I was lacking. And I stumbled upon Natasha on Instagram and followed her for a little bit. Noticed that we had a lot of things in like common, and one thing led to another. And the moment I joined her team, I felt valued. I didn't feel like I was a number or a placeholder, or that she needed to hit a certain rank, or she wanted to know what my goals were. She wanted to know what my goals in life were, not coaching, but what my goals and why I was doing this. At the time of when I signed up, I was working 3 jobs, and coaching would have been my 4th. So time was not, I didn't have any. So since then, I am now only working 1 full-time job and coaching part-time. And like Eva said, the trickling effect of joining the Empowerment Project and then creating our own little baby and our own family and finding friendships that we have along the way is hands down the best gift that I've got from this. But what I have gained myself is my worth, my needs, and like my confidence. Short little story, I've been struggling with IVF for 8 years now, and I just didn't feel like I had that voice. Like I felt alone, and literally, not to get tears, but literally, I don't have any friends. I have friends, but I don't have any friends that are struggling or going through this. So I didn't have anybody to talk to. I felt alone. My sisters have had babies, no problem. And sorry, Natasha, I'm gonna be a little throw you out there, but me and Natasha, like I jived with her. We connected. It was a friendship, and I was like, these are my people. These are my people that I've been longing for years of struggling and connecting with. And in the group of the Empowerment Project and the EmpowerHER, the amount of friends that I've created, the amount of people and women that are struggling or have struggled and have succeeded with babies, is just amazing. And for Natasha to tell me to put myself out there, be brave, and share my story is hands down the best thing I have ever done, the scariest. but the best thing that I've ever done. And from a non-coaching aspect, just sharing my story and being able to help one other person out there know that they're not alone. I've already won. I've already won whatever prize there is. So that alone is what I have gained from this experience, along with the friendships, the teammates, the people that when I'm having a bad day, Eva, or any of our teammates that will send that funny message or that uplifting thing that you need to make it through. The ones that will log on with you at 5 o'clock and you've only ever met them once in person and give you that extra push when you need it, or that accountability that you need. So my biggest accomplishment and my biggest thing is be you. You will find your people, and I was just that number before I met the Empowerment Project and the EmpowerHER and the New Beginnings. I was that number, and now I found my people, my dog moms, the people that are struggling. And I mean, now I'm sitting here with I lack eggs, but I'm sitting here now that I've shared my story with 3 potential egg donors. And without Natasha saying, share who you are, I might not have that. So I'm going to end on that note before I get super emotional, but all I can say is be you, and you will find your people.
Legit, like, how am I supposed to start talking after that? I'm just crying. Kara, that's amazing. You're amazing. And not even just like your emotional like transformation and your confidence transformation, and just like you being able to own your voice and who you are, and sharing that, like that is the best transformation ever. But you've also had like an epic physical transformation as well. Like,
yes,
it's ridiculous.
I have done 2 rounds of 9-week control freak and lost 22 pounds.
You're amazing.
So, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing.
It works.
It worked. That's just from January though, Kara. Like your whole journey, girl, has been amazing. But that's just since January.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. This is, and sometimes I sit back and like I think about what, like, it's unfathomable to me. Like, what if I didn't follow that tiny little voice inside me that said, you need to do this, right? Like, none of us would be on this call right now. I would have never met Kara. I wouldn't have met half of our team. And I started 4 years ago. I started as a client first. I was a challenger, and I was over 350 pounds. I had a really hard battle with infertility. I have a long history with diet culture and binge eating and disordered eating. I grew up in a house where my mom was on a diet every other week, and as a bonding experience would bring me along on that diet. So I've been dieting since I was like 11. And you can imagine what that does to your mindset and the way you view your body and the way that you view physical activity and nutrition and all those things. So I had a lot of pattern of disordered eating and a lot of pattern of self-hate. And then you throw in infertility, and now your body that's supposed to be able to do this thing that everyone else seems to be able to do, okay, it can't do that too. And so that adds on top of your self-esteem and your confidence and all those things. And I lost my voice. I lost it. And I had put on about 95 pounds with my pregnancy because I had to be on progesterone and estrogen to get pregnant, and then progesterone the entire pregnancy to sustain it, because I was at risk of preterm labor the whole time. And by the time she came, I was over 350 pounds and we had to have an emergency C-section for her. She was in distress. We almost lost her. She had the cord around her neck 5 times. And if we hadn't done a C-section, if we'd tried vaginal birth, there was nowhere for her to go. But like, I was in the hospital for 2 to 3 weeks after she was born with post-op complications. I had a hematoma. I had endocarditis. Like, it was just like, I had lots of cardiac issues that went undiagnosed my entire pregnancy because everyone just saw me as an overweight woman. They didn't actually take the time to look at my health from a whole perspective. And so I'm still struggling with cardiomyopathy now, 4 years after her birth. I'm still on heart medication now. And so about 12 weeks after Nora was born, I was struggling with postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. And I literally, I lost who I was. Before she was born, before I was pregnant, I was a power lifter. I was in the gym. I loved lifting weights. And now that was my outlet and I had nothing. I couldn't even walk around the block and hold her without being out of breath, So everything that I had poured myself into as to who I was gone. And I was left with this infant who never stopped crying and I didn't feel connected to her at all. And I knew that if I didn't choose to fight for myself in that moment, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't. And she wouldn't have the mom that she deserves. Right. And I think that's what gets me emotional because she didn't ask for any of that. She just got born into that. And she got born into trauma. And I know what trauma is like because I lived through that. Right. So that cycle for me had to end. I had to end that cycle for her. So I decided to take one step. And I joined my coach and I left the box in my living room for a whole month. And I didn't even open the box. I was like, nope, not ready to deal with that yet. But then I did, and I opened it and I committed to my journey. And I've lost over 150 pounds. I still have, about 80 or 90 to go by health regulation standards. But for me, it's so much more than that. I chose to start coaching because I needed to keep myself accountable to my own journey because I knew that I was going back to work part-time and I was the kind of person, because of all the trauma, I was a people pleaser. And I knew that I would show up 110% for anybody else but myself. So that's why I started coaching, was because I knew that if I had other people waiting for me to show up that day, I would be getting my ass out of bed and doing my workout. But what changed from that is because when you start coaching, it's not just about posting your sweaty selfies. It's not just about exercising and joining a community. It's really about choosing to do the work on the inside. And a huge component of what we do as coaches is work on our mindset. And that is what's gotten me here today. Coaching, I started for accountability, but I'm still here today because I am tired of seeing and girls and my daughter seeing women on social media that are they're meant to feel like they have to look a certain way. I never saw anybody who looked like me on social media. I still don't see a lot of people who look like me and exercise and are fit, right? So I want to change that. And I want to give women their voices back. Right? When I started to actually do the work on myself and my mindset and figure out what it is that I wanted and the goals that I wanted, I realized that I lost my voice in all the trauma that I've been through. And it's like my soul was calling me to gain that voice back. That's why I became a speech pathologist. I literally help people speak again. Right? And then I created this community and we focus so much on our story and who we are and what do you want? What do you want? What do you want 5 years from now? What do you want 10 years from now? For sure, it'll take you work. For sure, you're going to have to show up for that version of you. But you deserve to stand in your own light and your own power and your own voice And that is the most powerful thing that we get to do as coaches, is help you do that and mentor you to find who you are and what you want for yourself and for your entire family, which I think is everything. So like Eva, I had all of these notes. I didn't look at them once, so I have no idea what else I wanted to share with you, but that's okay. I think the biggest piece for me, what it's given me is, not only has it's given me like a way of making friends with incredible humans, but it's allowed me to stop censoring myself and help other women stop censoring themselves. And in a time where everything feels so isolated and so alone and so lacking in community, I really don't feel that. And I feel blessed that I don't feel that, because our community is so close and we share the good, we share the bad. We are there to lift each other up and also to give each other a good kick in the ass when we need it. We're there for everything, right? And I think that's the biggest, I needed something that was just for me. It was just mine. And when I gave myself that time and I gave myself that grace and I gave myself that tiny little piece that was just for me, everything else just started to fall into place. So with that, sometimes it can be a little intimidating to hear from coaches who have been doing this for some time. So we've invited Melissa on tonight. She's so new and she's amazing. And she partners with Pam, who is also equally amazing. And we're going to hear from Pam next month when we do our other call. But Melissa's going to talk to you a little bit about her story tonight. And I can't wait for you to hear all about it.
Oh my God. Can I just say that I'm so nervous I have to pee? Okay. Everybody can hear me okay? Okay. Hi, I'm Melissa. Like Natasha said, I am brand spanking new to the coaching world. Even though it doesn't feel like it, it has only been, what, 2 months, Natasha? Oh my God. Okay, so I started my journey with Beachbody in August. Like most of you, COVID hit. I was stuck at home. I, plummeted 40 pounds and I was at 368 pounds of jelly. It was definitely something that gave me a wake-up call. Couldn't bend over, pick up stuff on the ground, couldn't walk to the bathroom without, losing my breath. It was just one of those things where I was like, okay, enough is enough. I have the time now. Since I'm stuck at home, I might as well do something. So I messaged Natasha and said, hey, I see all your posts. I think I'm ready to join. She says, cool. Gave me all the information and then I ghosted her. I think about a month or two later, I said, okay, now I'm really ready. And she's like, I'm ready for you. So I joined and I think it's been the best decision of my life, hands down. I sit here before you today. I weighed in at, drum roll please, 309 pounds and 6 ounces. I totally wish I could have been 4 ounces lower, so I could have said I've lost 60 pounds today, but it's 59 and some change. I'll take it. I'll take it. So time went on and I grabbed my bestie and I said, you need to join me. And Pamela agreed and she started her journey with me. And a few months later, Natasha, who has a tendency of knocking on people's door and being like, hey guys, you should coach with me. And I was like, hell no. Straight up, no. I have 4 businesses, a full-time job. And when life gets back to normal, how am I even going to work out and work? It's not going to make, no. Coaching? Are you insane? And she's like, no, think about it. I was like, no. So she asked me a month later and I was like, yeah, no. And I think I did this a few times. And then finally I said, you know what? Why not? I'm working out. I'm posting the selfies. I'm telling people like, I'm the shit. Let's do this. And why not get like some income out of it? I already have 4 business, might as well make 5. So I said, let's just do it. But on one condition. And that is my bestie has to coach with me. So of course I called Pamela and I said, listen, I'll do this if you do this. I won't do it if you don't do it. And that's the end of the story. And we already have a business together. So she pretty much said, all right, let's do it. And that's how Team Fluffy Girls has evolved. So my biggest hesitation with coaching has been, how can I coach? I'm like brand new. I haven't tried all the products. I haven't even done all the workouts. Yes, I've lost weight, but that doesn't count for anything. Personal development, Natasha will tell you, I laugh in her face every time. She's like, you got to work on yourself. And I'm like, yeah. Are you okay? Well, I started working on myself. I don't know, how am I going to coach, or like Natasha says, mentor new girls when I can't even figure myself out yet? And it actually is the best thing because it's relatable. So our team went from 8 girls to 29 girls in 2 months. And the girls and I are pretty much at the same level. We're going through this together. We're learning together. I might not have all the answers, which was one of my fears, is I like to be, have all the answers, but I know that there are resources. Natasha is there, the entire team. I didn't even know there was like this incredible amount of women besides Natasha. I knew there was a lot of incredible women, but besides Natasha that were in this Empower Her group who were coaching and doing their own thing. I didn't know that this was available to us. And so anytime I have any question, I message Natasha maybe 10 times per day, maybe at that. If my girls have an issue, well, then Natasha has an issue because I'm going to her, and I'm still learning. And eventually I will be able to be in that position like Natasha and Eva and Kara and Pam, and I will be like, yeah, we know, but we're still learning and we're learning together. So sometimes it's just deciding to take that leap. You're doing it, right? You're showing up for yourself. You're working out already. You're probably posting those pictures. You're doing the challenges. You're working. Might as well, come on now. Like it's like common sense. I can't see everybody. I'm gonna look and see if they're laughing. Yeah, they're laughing. Yes. Okay. So like I said, and like a big thing, time is a huge thing. We all don't have the time, and like if you guys see the flowers back there and everything else, like we're busy either with children or with your jobs or your husbands or whatever the case may be. We all are busy, but the one thing that I've learned and that I've experienced and appreciate is, for the first time in my life, I took a moment for me. And I put me first. Stop it. I can see you crying. Stop it. Okay. So it's like, it's amazing. But again, I can't take all the credit. I wouldn't have done it without Natasha or Pamela, because there's no way I couldn't have that, that I needed that leap. I needed to leap with someone. So we did it, I say, together. So I can't take full credit. Notes. Now, where am I? Time, impact. The last thing is, what would I have said to myself earlier was like, damn, I should have started this a long time ago. Because with the accountability that I get, so my lazy ass would prefer to sit and watch TV and eat some cookies. That was the 368-pound person. Now I prefer to dance my ass off to some Shanti and laugh with my Team Fluffy girls. But it's just, why not start sooner? I don't know what else to say, but it's one of the best decisions. And if you decide to go that route, like, you have all the support. Even if you're new, you get to talk on Zoom calls, like with all of you. I mean, bonus. And just have fun. I don't know. Natasha, I think that's it. I'm rambling now, so I still have to pee anyways.
I love you so much. You're like the best. Honestly, I can't even, like, my cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt, you guys. I just love our team so much. And it's exactly what Melissa was saying. Like, yes, you don't have to know everything. And when I first started coaching, I was like, well, I'm not a fitness like expert. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't like, I mean, my social media was on lockdown, like I only shared pictures of my child. That's okay, right? Like, we have a mentorship that's self-paced. You get to take it as quickly or as slowly as you want to. And we teach you all that. We teach you all that one step at a time. So you don't have to know everything and you don't have to be the expert. And that's why we have tools, right? Like, that's why we have all of the programs available to us. You don't have to be a trainer because we have all the trainers. And come September, we're going to have even more trainers. So I don't know if you guys know yet, but we are becoming a publicly traded company, which is huge. We are going to have our own bikes, like Peloton bikes. We are going to have an online platform for live group classes with trainers. And like, the amount of innovation that's coming out is insane. So this is the best time to decide to start doing something like this, because you're going to be able to experience so much innovation and so much change. It's so, so, so exciting. So you don't have to be the expert. The only thing you have to decide to do is commit to your journey and commit to yourself and invite other people to do that with you. And everything else you will learn. It's just taking one little baby step and then another, and then another, and then another. And that snowballs into something you just never expected to happen. So in terms of how to get started, if you're already a client with Beachbody, or if you're already in one of our communities, you have all the tools that you need. The only thing you really need is the stuff that you need for your own journey. You do need a coach account. You may have a coach account for the discount right now, or you can sign up for the discount or for the coach account. It's $50, but if you've purchased a challenge pack in the past, we actually can send you a reimbursement fee or a reimbursement form for that. So you get that back, which is kind of amazing. And then we just start. We help you with social media. And I know that's like often people's biggest fear is starting to share and starting to show up on social media. But I encourage you to not let that be the piece that holds you back from something that might be completely life-changing for you, because it does come. I promise. Kara, exactly. 100%. It comes with personal development. It comes with personal growth. It comes as long as you decide to make that leap and make that start. We talk all about how your journey is your job. 100%. Your journey is your job. And that's what we help you. That's what we help you lean into. And that's what we help you learn how to share. Okay. So our mentorship opens in June. The first week of June is when our mentorship starts. So you would be likely with the people that you see on here tonight, and with all of us, and we will walk you through one step at a time. And I think that's it, you guys. Our team, our team is made up of some incredible women, and I truly believe that incredible women know incredible women. And if you're here for a reason, and who you partner with in this business matters. And like Kara said, you have to feel like you want to travel with those people, that you want to hang out with those people, that you want to just connect and be friends with them. If you don't, then like, what's the point, right? Like, I feel like you have to be able to want to travel with them. Otherwise, I just no, thank you. Thank you. Next. So before you leave tonight, I want to challenge you guys. I want you to consider, it's really easy to get off onto these calls and start racing, especially if you're like me. Start thinking about all the reasons why you can't, all the reasons why you might hold yourself back. But I want you to just this time challenge yourself to say or to think about what could be the reasons why you should, and what could be the reasons that this might actually be exactly what you need and might change your life. I hope you guys got so much out of tonight. It's just like a tiny little piece of what our team and our community is all about, but I hope you get to see just how much we love what we do. And I can't wait to see who we partner with in June. So bye, guys.